What's going on, y'all? Thanks for checking in the Khaliis Take. You know what to do. Hit that like, subscribe button. Also hit that notification bell just so you can get the newest and the bonus content first. But hey, let's just go ahead and jump right in. I looked here lately on clutchsports.com and, I was reading a former Lakers star player giving his opinion on the Clippers and Kawhi Leonard. And, when I think about that, that tells me one thing. I spoke about Robert Horry here, I believe, yesterday on one of my previous videos. And he was a former Laker player. And now another one is speaking out on the Clippers in regards to their behalf. So, regardless of what is being said, it tells me one thing, that everybody's paying attention, really paying attention to the Clippers, because it tells me that the Clippers are the team in the forefront right now. They're the team with the best chance to win. And on top of that, it tells me that the Clippers are a threat to everybody in the NBA, including the Lakers, of course. So even Laker players are chiming in on the Clippers because this team has a real chance to do some damage next year. I mean, they got a lot of good pieces. They're stacked around the board. I mean, it's going to be hard to knock them off. It's going to be hard to beat them in a 7-game series, especially if Kawhi Leonard is back. And, the Lakers player who spoke on the Clippers, Meta World Peace, or should I say Meta Sanford now, since he changed his name 1,000 times, seemed like. He's definitely one of those people that I've always respected in the NBA. I love the way he played, and I love what he had to say, He said he's rooting for Ty Lue. He said he's an LA guy. He loves everybody, any team that's in LA. Anybody in LA he loves. He's definitely rooting for. And, he loves Ty Lue. He says Ty Lue is a Laker, always going to be a Laker, but he's also a Clipper. So you got to show support there. And he said he's always said he was a fan of Kawhi Leonard. Always said he has been. And he says he loves watching Kawhi play because the guy is just an incredible player, defense, offense, well-rounded. You see what I'm saying? And well-deserved, well said by, Meta, because Kawhi Leonard definitely deserves the praise and everything that he's gotten he deserves more praise than what he's gotten, if you ask me, simply because how great of a player he really is. And like I said, to me, he can get more credit. He deserves more credit. But, when he does get it, it's well-deserved because this guy is not only a top 75 player, as Meta said, but he's also an incredible player on both ends of the floor. And Meta loves watching him because he doesn't play. Meta doesn't play anymore, so he can't dominate on defense the way he used to. So he loves looking at defensive players who have it in their DNA. And Kawhi is definitely, a defensive player. No doubt, even though he's added to his offense, but he still has defense in his DNA at all times. So this is my point. Lakers fans, Lakers players, Lakers, apologists, anybody out there, definitely see how dangerous the Clippers are. And they definitely have acknowledged it so far, some of them. And they're only gonna have to acknowledge it even more going forward if the Clippers can stay healthy, because the Clippers are just a dangerous team. And by them being a dangerous team the way they are, the way they're built, they're only going to get better as the season goes along if they can stay healthy and build that chemistry. And like I said, I believe they can do it. I hope they can do it because I like to see them go as high as they can, as far as they can. You know what I'm saying? In the playoffs, during the season, everything. I want to see them take it as high as they can go as a team because they got what it takes to win a championship. There's no doubt about that. Nobody's going to refute that. And if they do, they just don't know basketball, or they just want to, be rebellious to the fact that the Clippers are the better team in LA than the Lakers. So with that being said, we can all see that. We don't really need, nobody to remind us of that. I mean, it's quite obvious, you know what I'm saying? And it's going to be even more obvious this upcoming season, I believe, because it doesn't look like, to me, the Lakers have really gotten much, if any, better than what they were last year, to me. So, I mean, I am just going to anticipate and see exactly, what transpires, for the Clippers, and, see how they unfold and how they, unfold their season and, start to finish, and see how they, gain the chemistry that they're going to need to, build with each other to take that next step and win a championship. So as for the Lakers, I don't know where their season's going, but it doesn't look like it's going up anytime soon, if you ask me. So I would just, of course, I'll definitely keep an eye on both, of course, but at the same time, right now the Clippers are the better team. They've shown it the last couple seasons, if you ask me, and it's really not even close. So I'm really just gonna say this, I think Meta definitely hit some key points. I think he said all the right things. If you look on clutchsports.com and maybe a couple other sites too, he said the right things, and he didn't show any hate towards the Clippers. And that's what I really appreciated about Meta and everything, the comments and stuff that he had in regards to this team, because, a lot of people have a lot of negative things to say, whether it's in a sarcastic type way or whether they're just being dead serious. But in the end, the Clippers really might actually have the last laugh. And if they do, then, like I said, then what it's going to be? It's just going to be, they're going to come up with other excuses why they won or anything like that. It should be no excuses, because somebody like me, I'm not giving the Lakers excuses for when they won the championship in the bubble. A win is a win. So, if the Clippers win, I don't want to hear no excuses. I don't want to hear anything. Just congratulate the team and move on to the next season, and don't worry about the rest. But hey, that's my take on everything. Leave any comments in the comment section, as always. And hey, Khaliis out.